I'm about to lose my brain stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
AHmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
AHmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
AHmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
AHmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, given to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
AHmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
AHmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us.
Hello, everyone. Grand Rising. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. Also, thanks to those of you tuned in on the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. Okay, excuse my tardiness, people. Now, I know I'm always late, but I'm not always this late, okay? I had a series of mishaps this morning, and then I had a few more receipts together, okay? So, about some other topics I want to cover. So with that all being said, let's see who is in the chat and let's get ready to get black into it. Okay. Hey, Mr. Hotel, Kenyetta, James. All right. Hold on. My chat is frozen. Let me pull the chat up on my phone. I can't even see who's in the chat. Hey, Tia, Ms. Bless, Leo Lion, Jack the Diva, G from the Land, Kathy B. I can see some of y'all now. Hold on. Danielle Hundia is in the house. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Okay, here we go. Let me pull it up on my phone. Likes up, everyone. Please go ahead and get the likes up. Now, you all know that they have the Queen Shadow Band. Okay? All right. T Cope 67 is in the house. Stacy. Okay, now it's moving. Okay, Root Trackers, Wavy though. Marissa, Jeff ATL is in the house. All right. My fan page, Stacy. Okay, so let's get ready to get black into it. King Leo, I see you, beloved. First things first, let me just remind you all, for those of you who still have not purchased your tickets, okay, let me just remind you all of the Black Agenda that's going to be April the 22nd through 23rd in Atlanta, Georgia, hosted by Michi X and Angela Stanton King. All right. And so also for those of you, go to the website to purchase your tickets. And for those of you who do not have or who can't get to Atlanta, they do have virtual tickets. Okay. They do have virtual tickets. So make sure you get your ticket. You really don't want to miss this. It's going to be really good. Grassroots people doing real work, not grifting. Pay attention. Okay. So with that all being said, let's get into it. All right. So Representative Justin Pearson is reinstated, and I, for one, am thrilled about it. How about y'all? How about y'all? Let me tell y'all something. They continuously try to take us back to Jim Crow. Okay. That's what they do. Hey, Joe Gardner, the Prince of Paraphernalia, Eileen Claudette in the house. Okay. That Crazy Beach Aries, KX, Vina. Yeah, they keep on trying to take us back to Jim Crow and just keep on hating on black folk, and doing all this nefarious stuff. At the end of the day, none of it is necessary. They need to sit down somewhere. It's not going to work. You see, it's always going to backfire as it did in this case. But other things backfire too. And we're going to get into Bussy Reek and the nefariousness and the hateration of it all in just a moment. But first, let's talk about some other trending topics. Okay? Now, first and foremost, this is also nefarious. Deputies say that a Florida man was found with 200,000, I can't make this up, images of child porn in his bedroom. Sick. 200,000. And wait till y'all see him. He looks like he's 100 years old. He looks like he's 200,000 years old. I'm not even playing. Okay, this is in Ocala, Florida. A Florida man is facing numerous charges of child pornography possession after more than 2,200,000 pornographic images, reportedly weighing over 2,600 pounds, were found inside his home. And this is according to the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Pay attention. Now, they say the 72-year-old man, whose name is Paul Zittel, was arrested last week and booked into jail on 25 counts of possession of child pornography. He's been held at a $250,000 bond. Okay, that's almost $1 for each image. Now, in a Facebook post, MCSO said that it received information in January about multiple files depicting child sexual abuse material being uploaded to the internet. The IP addresses connected to those files allegedly were assigned to Zittel. Authorities conducted a search warrant at Zittel's home in Ocala, Florida, where other people live. Those residents told deputies that Zittel would not allow others into his bedroom or office without personally escorting them. This is all nefarious, but let me pull his picture up on the screen. They say in his bedroom, deputies found countless printed photographs, many of which allegedly depicted child pornography in several stacks of boxes, a printer, computer, and digital storage device. This man looks way older than 72. This man looks like he's 172. I'm not even exaggerating. Dirty self. They need to give him, well, I guess if they give him life, that won't be too long, but still, he needs to be locked up forever as far as I'm concerned. Okay, because at the end of the day, these people like this are sick. There's no rehabilitation. Okay, there's nothing to do to get this out of them. It's in the bowels of their DNA, and they have demonic entities attached to them that make them want to thirst and lust over these sick things. This is what it is. Okay, they have all sorts of demons, and many people are possessed by them and engage in such wicked things that are clearly abominations unto the Most High. Pay attention. There he is. That's him. Looking like Tales from the Crypt keeper himself. I know they say respect your elders, honey, but some elders don't deserve respect, and he's one. Pay attention. Okay? And so anyway, also nefarious. RG Titan said this sick stuff is part of their culture, unfortunately. For him, it's definitely his. Freak. Now, also, speaking of that, let's talk about 12-year-olds getting married. This is all so ridiculous and clearly nefarious. I'm going to pull up this video because they actually were having discussions about 12-year-olds getting married because some fool thinks that's a good idea as long as the parents consent to it. Let me pull this up.
I've heard you talk about parents' rights to raise their kids how they want. In fact, I just double checked. You voted no on making it illegal for kids to be married to adults at the age of 12 if their parents consented to it. You said actually that should be the law because it's the parents' right and the kids' right to decide what's best for them to be raped by an adult. Okay?
Do you know any kids who have been
With
married
marriage.
at age 12?
That was the law.
do you know any
You voted
kids-
not to change it.
Do you know any kids who have been married at age 12?
I don't need to.
I do. And guess what? They're still married.
Gentlemen.
Now, he tried to make that make sense by saying they're still married, where they're likely being held hostage in a toxic relationship. How sick do you have to be to think that's okay? How sick do you have to be saying that the child and the parents should make the decision? Children can't make decisions about anything, not even breakfast. Okay, this is also sick. But see, this is an attempt and effort that I've been telling you all about for them to make, grooming and that pedo behavior legal. That's what this is, because that's exactly what they're trying to do. Now, they talk about what happens over there in the Middle East with some of the cultures, but they want to bring that here. I just want you all to pay attention. They want to bring it here. And in fact, it's already here for some freaks and perverts. They do these things, but they want to make it legal so they don't have to worry. Do you all remember that I showed you all the video about the guy who was a pedo, but he said he'd never done anything? And in fact, he belonged to an online group community called Virtuous Pedophiles. I'm sorry, that's an oxymoron. There's no such thing. Okay, these people are sick. And there was even a psychologist going around from state to state, promoting this foolishness and saying that pedophiles were not, she said that basically they're not, how did she put it? She basically was trying to say that it's not their fault. It's not their fault, and that all of them are not criminals. This is what she was saying, acting like it's just perfectly normal. In whose world is that normal ever? But let me continue, because y'all know how YouTube don't like you talking about that. Pay attention. So anyway, so sick, right? But hold on. Let's look at this video clip of Marjorie Taylor Greene, who you all know that I call Annie Get Your Guns, okay? She always has so much to say, but clearly this man had the smoke and the fire for her. Pay attention.
Talk about protecting our children the same way we protect our president, we protect our celebrities, we protect
We're claiming
this
my
building.
time.
Okay, I'll yield.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There are 6 people that are dead in that school, including 3 children, because you guys got rid of the assault weapons ban. Because you guys made it easy for people who don't deserve to have weapons, who are mentally incapable of having weapons of war, being able to buy those weapons and go into schools. I voted for SROs in my schools in Florida after Parkland. We have SROs on every school. Did the good guys with the guns stop 6 people from getting murdered? No. But you know what? AR-15s, seen what those bullets do to children? You know why you don't hunt with an AR-15 with a deer? Because there's nothing left. And there's nothing left of these kids when people go into school and murder them while they're trying to read. You guys are worried about banning books. Dead kids can't read.
Clearly nefarious, okay? Clearly nefarious. You know what? I just realized, hold on, let me see if I have this saved on this file here. I just realized, hold on. Let me see something real quick. I just realized that I forgot to download one of my receipts. Okay, I'm going to have to download this receipt. It's on my other computer. But anyway, in the meantime, between time, let's just continue. I'll put something up so you all can be distracted while I scramble to get this receipt. Okay? So anyway, With that all being said, let's talk about Justin Pearson. So Justin Pearson has been reinstated, as I said. And so here's what they're saying. They say Memphis area officials voted Wednesday to reinstate Justin J. Pearson, to the Tennessee legislature after Republicans expelled him last week for protesting gun violence on the chamber floor. The 7 members of the Shelby County Board of Commissioners present for the vote unanimously approved reinstating Pearson at a special meeting in Memphis. Board members suspended the rules to allow for an immediate vote. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this. Likes up, everyone. Please do not forget to like and share. Okay, don't forget to like and share. Let me get this queued real quick. Now, while you all watch this, I'm going to get that receipt.
Stores have decor for some. We're all about decor for all. Every room, every style, every season, and of course, every budget. It's all right here, all for less. Every day. At home, decor for all for less.
Could you all hear that? Because I couldn't hear anything. Could you all hear that? It was muted. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the audio on. Hold on just a moment. Let me try it again. Okay, there it is.
Of the Shelby County Commission. Among the 7 members who showed up, a unanimous decision to reinstate Pearson, one of 2 lawmakers whose unprecedented expulsion has become a national rallying cry.
They tried to expel the people's choice and the people's vote. And they awakened a sleeping giant.
Last week, Tennessee's Republican-led House voted to expel Pearson and fellow Representative Justin Jones, both Democrats, after they broke House rules while protesting gun laws.
This is what democracy looks like.
Today, surrounded by a crowd of hundreds, both lawmakers gathered at the National Civil Rights Museum before marching with supporters to fill the commission chamber.
What does it say to you that so many people are supporting you?
Justice happened in the state of Tennessee today, tomorrow, and into the future.
Republicans say the expulsion was fair punishment for violating House decorum, speaking into bullhorns on the House floor. But critics say it sets a dangerous precedent. Now, a group of Senate Democrats are calling on the Justice Department to determine whether that expulsion violated the Constitution or federal civil rights, writing, unless the DOJ steps in, anti-democratic actors will only be emboldened.
And now Pearson heads to Nashville, where he will be sworn in tomorrow morning.
Okay, so you all heard that, but now that he's back, let's talk about Bussy Reek, because it's also nefarious. I want you all to pay attention. So we all know that Bussy Reek has been talking trash about the man, and acting like the man's suspicious. And as you know, I did my video yesterday, basically calling him out on his BS and saying that how that he's the one who everyone should be questioning after all of these nefarious receipts have been dropped on him and continue to be dropped. Okay. The people who are listening to his foolish talking points about Representative Pearson should be equally as concerned about him. And I'm just not understanding how they think they make sense. Because if they don't have questions about him, but they have questions about Pearson, they in fact are crazy. Okay, as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, let's talk about it, because here's the thing. If he wants to say and imply that simply because, hold on. That's right. Make it all make sense. If he wants to say or imply that because someone changed up their hairstyle, the way they dress, that makes them, some sort of shady character who's clearly nefarious or whatever, well, that's only because he's projecting onto himself. You see, he is projecting onto himself. That's all that it is at the end of the day. Now, we already know how Bussy Reek gets down. Those of us who have common sense and critical thinking skills, you really don't even have to be that smart to know that he's a whole fraud and grifter. But at the end of the day, he's no room to talk. And there were many other people who changed up their looks and their behaviors. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Because that is the legendary Huey P. Newton. Now, you see him with a fade. You see him with an afro. You see him going to jail. You then see him with a graduation cap when he graduated with his PhD in sociology. All right? So, Bussy Reek, that's scarcely a good reason for you to think or accuse someone of being a fraud. But you see, like I said, that was merely him projecting his own insecurities about what he's in fact doing and being called out on a daily. That was him projecting on himself, okay? Because he knows that he's one who wears many hats and many different faces, okay? And none of them work for the interest of people who look like me. Pay attention. Now, and so that's not all, but hold on. Okay, there you have Malcolm X. Malcolm had his hair all slicked back. Malcolm went to jail. And then Malcolm joined the Nation of Islam and became one of our most infamous world leaders. Okay? Legendary. So that is not a reason. And as far as Justin Pearson talking like MLK, well, maybe he was influenced by MLK, as I said. Okay, at the end of the day, hasn't Bussy Reek copied other people's style? Didn't that pimp on Dane Calloway's video say that Bussy Reek copied him and learned the game and all of that? Didn't Bussy Reek used to escort pimps and their women, right? Didn't he used to escort and drive for them? And then he was learning the game and imitating them and all of that when he wrote The Art of Macking. I'm just saying, make it all make sense. I'm sure he cannot. Okay. And as we all know, I have Malcolm X in my genes and in my DNA. Pay attention. Okay. I've told you that in my song lyrics. But anyway, Bussy Reek needs to sit down somewhere because, like I said, he is coming off as a whole hater. Okay. That's just what it is. He's coming off as a whole hater. And, I'm not the only one saying that he's a hater. I'm not the only one that said it. There's other people saying that, in fact, Bussy Reek is a whole hater. And I'm not going to show the video because I don't have permission, but I am going to, however, play the audio because this needs to be brought to the forefront as far as I'm concerned. Okay, let's get into it. Hold on. Hold on, beloveds. I'm going to put something up on the screen, and then I'm going to play this audio. Everyone, please get the likes up. Please get the likes up. Okay, here we go. Comedy hype news. So just last night, they were talking about Bussy Reek. And they were talking about what he said about Representative Justin Pearson. And so I want you all to hear what they had to say because I found it all very interesting and also true. Not a word was lies. So I'm going to play the audio. Hold on, give me just a second because I'm downloading something real quick. Okay, so now let me go ahead and play this. Likes up, everyone, please like and share.
At Sara Lee Bread, we believe that sharing good food with your family is an everyday act of love. The status that he has. I'm not Justin Pearson continues to be pushed as the face of the 2023 Tennessee House of Representatives expulsion case after Justin Jones has now been reinstated and Gloria Johnson was able to remain in her seat. Last week, all three were accused of breaking decorum rules after leading protests for gun reform after the 2023 Covenant school shooting. Pearson has been doing interviews as of late and was recently called out by Tariq Nasheed for his drastic change in his appearance and the way he talks. On Instagram, Nasheed would post, "So this guy went from Carlton Banks to rocking an afro and speaking like a fake MLK accent, and we are wrong for having questions about him." Nasheed's critique of Pearson has received a mixed response, with some agreeing with Nasheed for questioning Pearson's true motives and others disagreeing with Nasheed for publicly calling out the former representative. Today we have our Comedy Hype analyst, Yamanika Saunders, and Pierre calling to the studio, along with very special guest, comedian Shuler King, to talk all about it and give their thoughts and reactions. But first, let's take a look at this clip.
Justin J. Pearson, and I'm running for president of PSG. There are a few reasons that we're running this campaign this year. One has to do with representation. How can we represent all voices in a conversation? I wanted to do this by partnering with organizations from the Boone Democrats to the Boone Republicans. I want to bring together different voices, dissenting voices, voices that may be more liberal or more conservative, in order that we can reach a point of sort of the radical middle.
It seemed like the NRA and gun lobbyists might win. But oh, that was good news for us. I don't know how long this Saturday in the state of Tennessee might last. But oh, we have good news, folks. We've got good news that Sunday always comes.
Pierre, I'm coming straight to you. I want to get your reaction, of course, of the clip that we've seen, but also, what are your thoughts and reactions to what Tariq Nasheed is saying about, what he's calling pretty much a code switching that we're seeing?
Oh man, Tariq. He's a toss-up when I respect what he says and what he doesn't say. He has a nerve now. Remember, he wrote a book called The Art of Macking, how to mac women and stuff. Now he wants us to listen to how he speaks. Let me explain something to him. He's worrying about code switching. Didn't a man named Malcolm X do code switching? Was a pimp at first, and he became one of the biggest advocates for black folks, and we riding with him with Malcolm X. We ain't going back to worry about him being a pimp. So come on, brother. So chances are, look, this young man is trying to do the best he can to get this gun reform taken care of, because there's so many shootings of black men all over the United States, especially in Tennessee, with Memphis being wild like that. And why we got to drag him down, this young brother? I don't care what he does. At the end of the day, if he can get stuff passed and look out for us, I'm down with it. We shouldn't be nitpicking everything somebody does. Why is it we have to constantly nitpick, brother? Come on, Tariq. Come on now. No. think it's way beyond. You know, I'm sure we don't want nobody code switching. I guess you want to call it, but at the end of the day, we need resolution to stuff. If we need resolution, how you get it? I don't care as long as it's resolved. That's all I care about. At the end of the day, I don't care what you started from. You could have been a poor person, a drug dealer, whatever. What you're doing today makes a difference to me.
Absolutely. Yamanika, let me bring you in. Same thing. I want to get your reaction to the video that we're seeing, but also your reaction. Tariq Nasheed is saying, you know, hey, there's a lot of questions because we're seeing and hearing two different voices from the same man.
Yeah, I mean, Tariq Nasheed is questionable himself. I mean, I agree with Pierre. Sometimes he's hitting the mark. Sometimes he isn't. I think I would have respected his commentary more if he was able to explain or illuminate where this young brother is not consistent on his laws and practices versus quote unquote code switching. I mean, we understand here as African Americans in this country, oftentimes we code switch so that we can participate in environments, right, that are against us. We're all used to like putting on our corporate voices and things of that nature. I would be more interested if Tariq understands the laws in which this young brother has fought for. That's more interesting to me than whether he decided to grow his hair out and start speaking as Malcolm X.
Thank you, Schuler, for joining us today, Mr. Schuler King. So thank you for joining on this topic, but same question to you. I want to get your reaction, you know, seeing the video, but then also hearing from Tariq Nasheed, you know, about, you know, the difference in appearance in the voice inflections that we see in here.
I mean, all black people code switch. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to talk to a potential employer the same way that you would talk to your friends. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We code switch. You know what I mean? If you don't believe it, just go pick somebody up from work. You know what I mean? You catch them walking out. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Everybody take care. Look forward to the potluck Wednesday. As soon as they shut the door, like, man, turn the music up, roll it up. You know, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do that. And I ain't mad at the brother. You did whatever you had to do to campaign. He definitely wasn't going to get that position with the afro, talking like Dr. King. He wasn't going to get it. Cause you got to remember, Dr. King was killed in Tennessee. So we already know how they feel about him over there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely wasn't going to get the position talking like that. And I ain't mad at you. If you did what you got to do to get in, and then after that, you like, the plan was, I'm going to get in, and I ain't going to get a haircut no more, and then I'm going to talk how I really talk. Hey, bro, if that's how you got to get in, because they code switch with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every so often you run into somebody who's just real cool with the crew, and they, hey, what's up, bro? How y'all doing? And then when they get around their family or their friends, they're not talking like that.
Yeah, and I think you all hit it, you know, the nail on the head. There are so many other things that are so much more important than what he sounds like. Yamanika, I want to come back to you because, you know, focusing on what feels like the outward appearance, right? The way he sounds, the way he looks, his hair growing. Do you think Tariq Nasheed using his platform to call him out as opposed to having a conversation with the young brother, especially because Tariq Nasheed is supposed to be, you know, wants to be known as a black leader in the community. Do you think it's non-progressive behavior of what we're seeing from Tariq Nasheed to call him out, you know, on his platform?
I'll just give an abbreviated, right? It comes off to me as quote unquote hater vibes from Tariq, right? Because he does want some sort of political standing in our community and seen as a leader. And this is a young guy that sort of come out of nowhere and has sort of surpassed the status that he has. My biggest problem with our community, and this is something that we also get talked about on Comedy Hype, because they're always saying, we always trying to cut black people down in need, we can't be helping, you know, all this nonsense, is that Tariq does this a lot as well, and I never see him really challenging any white politicians. You know, we're always quick to like cut each other down and throw each other under the bus. But I mean, let the young brother do it. It's about him too, but it's not about his hair, and it's not about the way he speaks. It's about what were your standings, what were your platforms for you to get in position there, especially in a place like Tennessee. We do have to, like Mr. Hill said, we have to be very careful, because it's not like Tennessee is a place where black people are just roaming free. For him to get in position of leadership there, this is also a time I ask you guys to look at a book called Black Like Me. It was one of the books I read when I was younger. An annals white man going through the process of darkening his skin to live the Black experience. And only then did he really understand what it meant to be Black. So the last thing we need is Black people who are already Black, not understanding what it means to be Black in certain arenas and having to talk a certain way, look a certain way so that we can advance.
Pierre, let me bring you in. Same question for you. You know, what are your thoughts seeing, you know, what we're seeing from Tariq Nasheed? Do you think this is non-progressive behavior for the things that we know we need as a community?
Well, I know Tariq is passionate about Black people and about Black people being successful. I get that. But sometimes you can be overly, trying to prove a point. There's a thing called growth. We all go through growth, and we should go through growth. People who joined the Nation of Islam didn't start off all the time a Muslim from birth. People who join certain situations and have certain push didn't start off that way. It's a growth period. That young man, when he was speaking what we call properly, maybe gun reform wasn't a major issue for him right there at that time. And then as he got into office, he started realizing, hold on, man, I'm seeing more than I realized outside when I was running. That now I need to change my whole persona, because that's the way I got to fight this way to get certain things done. At the end of the day, if he's trying to get certain things done, why are we supporting, especially when it's positive towards Black, like gun reform in a place, anywhere, any city, but especially, like I said, in Tennessee? Why are we totally supporting this brother? Why are we worried and nitpicking again about what his past was? He didn't come in speaking for, hood or whatever with the Afro. Why do we? It's called growth at the end of the day. We all should applaud growth, especially if it's something positive towards the Black community.
Yeah, Sheila or King, let me bring you in on this as well. And I think Pierre makes a great point. We know Tariq Nasheed to have this strong desire for Black people. So his intentions could definitely be in a good place. But the actions that we're seeing, right, of, taking a big platform that he has on Instagram to, call this gentleman out based on just appearance. I am about holding people accountable, but just based on appearance. So same question to you. Do you think what we're seeing can be considered non-progressive behavior for our community?
Anytime you have a group of people fighting amongst each other when they already have common threats to their own progression and not taking on those common threats is non-progressive. Anytime you have one person, nitpicking with this other person, it's like if there's three people stuck in a jar or whatever, and there's one person attacking the two. And instead of saying, hey, let's attack this person who's attacking us or attack this issue that's attacking us, we're attacking each other and not attacking the issue. I don't care whether you got an afro, dreadlocks, whatever the case it is. Like, it's just like Pierre said, we all, have things where we've changed, we've grown. We don't have time to be nitpicking about stuff. We got too many issues as a community to be digging at each other about stuff as petty as how you enunciate. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So yes, it's non-progressive behavior to me.
Right. And I think too, again, I'm big on holding people accountable. There are a lot of people that are wondering, where both of these gentlemen come from and, just different things. People have questions. In a recent interview that Justin Pierce actually did on The Breakfast Club with Teslin, she was a guest interviewer on the show as well. Did an interview and she's getting a lot of backlash. So I want to take a look at this clip and then come back and add in more to this conversation. Let's take a look.
Where was Representative Freeman on the floor? He's a Democrat, right?
He is a Democrat. That is a good...
Now I want you all to pay attention because this is Busserich's goofy friend Teslin. Okay, this is Teslin, the one that talked about she was double cheeked up when she's supposed to be talking about reparations. I just want y'all to pay attention, but let me continue.
Why was he not on the floor?
I believe on that day he was actually excused. But another point that I think you're making is how do we build more solidarity with people who
no, that's not the point I'm making. Tell me about your Black policy. Not about everybody and help everybody. Do you support reparations? Some people said you didn't, and then others said you did. Like, give us a quick rundown, specifically on Black people that you represent in your district.
When you do for Black folk, everybody does benefit.
Yeah, we know, but right? I'm going to ask you about the Black policy.
So I am.
You know about your policy?
My policies. Exactly.
Like,
when you think about reparations, I'm 100% for reparations. For cash, for credit, for check, for credit card, for trust fund. What about reparations for all of these harms that we have experienced?
Now, are you willing to put it on? Are you willing to put it on your website though? Because it's not under your website on issues.
Now, as I mentioned, Tesla is getting a lot of backlash because of this interview that she did on The Breakfast Club.
Teslin is a big broad who has a lot of masculine energy, okay? She is a woman who has a lot of masculine energy. You saw when she was on the at the reparations rally, the video footage that I saw, at least, she had on the camouflage tight pants, trying to show off her double cheeked up, is what she called it, buns, with some black boots bent over like she was about to bust a hardcore rap, gangster rap at that. I just want y'all to pay attention. But she's trying to go in on this young man because she's Bussy Reek's friend. And like the rest of his brainless, brainwashed minions, she's only trying to do what he wants her to do and just be on code with him. And so she's talking to this man with such a hostility and aggression, like fool. If you want to interview someone as a guest host on The Breakfast Club or anywhere else, why don't you just speak professionally? Settle down, calm down. Why are you so angry and hostile towards the man? You know what I'm saying? And then trying to imply that someone said he wasn't for reparations. Nobody said that. That's what she said. Okay, that's what Bussy Reek said. But at the end of the day, he cracked her face because he said he's 100%. And then after he went on to say the things that he would like for reparations, then she didn't have anywhere to go. So she says, oh, well, are you going to put it on your website? Like, girl, sit down. He already answered your question, you big fool. But let me continue. Let me continue because I do not like Teslin or Bussy Reek, and I think everybody knows that by now. Okay? I certainly do not.
A lot of people claiming that she went too hard on him. She was grilling him too hard. He's only 28 years old. He's only been in his position for a couple of months. So, Pierre, I'm going to come to you first. I want to get your reaction. And do you think it's fair, the backlash that we're seeing Teslin receive from this interview?
All right, let me put something first I want to talk about. That young brother, I've gone to Baptist church. I grew up in a Baptist church. I've talked to my preacher on regular time, and then I've seen him preach. There's two different people. That brother spoke the same way he spoke when he was walking down that thing in that school as he does. Everybody doesn't say, yes, I've been there all the time. If you're in Congress and you want to speak a different way, you put a little inflection, no different than a pastor when he's on the pulpit, speaks different than normal. So he didn't do no code switching and all that changing. He spoke the same way, sitting down, he's speaking. He's not in Congress at that point. You get what I'm saying? So let's get off that young brother for one time he spoke properly. He spoke properly just then, sitting down with them at the Breakfast Club, okay? So let's leave that. And let's be careful with all this negativity toward these young men and these young people, men and women, trying to change the world. Don't make them afraid to become leaders because they didn't grow up in the hood. Maybe someone grew up around white folks with a white college. Don't get to the point where they're afraid to say, let me start speaking for black folks. But guess what? I went to an all-white college. I grew up in an all-white neighborhood. Now I'm afraid to go say something because they might go backwards to my, growing up in the 5th grade, I was hanging around white kids. Now you don't want me to speak for black people. Be very careful. And this young lady who spoke on his brother, yeah, she put some heat on him. Yeah, she might want to have a point, get a point across. But she was like, he was like interrogating this young man instead of speaking to the young man. You know what I'm saying? To me, it felt like an interrogation. And this young man is trying to do the best he can for certain things. So I think she went about it the wrong way. And that's why she's receiving all this backlash.
And she deserves every bit of it. Okay, she deserves every bit of it as far as I'm concerned. Tesla needs to sit down somewhere. Because here's the thing. You can tell that she was biased already when she was talking to him because it was apparent to me that she didn't like him already. You don't talk to someone like that in an interview. She's very unprofessional and very ignorant, okay, as we can see. Because when you're conducting an interview, there's something called professionalism. Okay, you don't have cognitive biases when you're interviewing someone. You speak to them and just ask the questions. Now, whether or not you like the answers, you don't have to get hostile and act overly aggressive like you want to fight them. She was very combative in her tone. That's what she was. Okay, and so at the end of the day, she needs to settle down and sit down somewhere. As far as I'm concerned, that's what she needs to do. And here's the thing. Some people who are going along with what Bussy Reek says and says that Justin is not authentic and he's this, that, and the third. Well, it's interesting to me because instead he doesn't have a black agenda, and that's just the point. And all this, they don't know what agenda he has. Have you gone to his website? Have you followed his career? Have you been watching what he's been doing? No, you haven't. And if you had, you wouldn't be saying the stupid things you're saying. You see, at the end of the day, my whole thing is a lot of these people that are going along with Bussy Reek's narrative, they're just as stupid as he is, because at the end of the day, they've never questioned Bussy Reek. They're not asking him why he took a $1 million donations and then lied and said he was going to build a hidden history museum when there is nothing hidden in that museum. There is no hidden history in there. Everything in there has already been known and shown. So what was hidden about the history of that griftery museum besides nothing? It's not even a museum. It's a comedy club / lounge / bar / place to hold the cookouts. All right? Oh, and / poetry cafe, because they're going to be doing poetry, he says, and he's going to be charging the people $20 a piece to enter the poetry contest. Another grift. So please sit down somewhere, because if you're not questioning Bussy Reek about his actions and you have the nerve to talk about Justin Pearson, that just shows how ignorant you are. Okay, and I don't care who you are. If you're in my chat, wherever you are, if you're mad, you know I don't care, honey, because I'm going to say what I want. Okay, and that's what I have to say about that. So I'm so glad they said what they said. You see, this was an occasion when Bussy Reek's pandering to his foolish minions and him sitting there and trying to act as though he needs to call somebody else out, like he's putting us up on game, when the only game that we need to be put up on is the game that he's been running for all these years. Pay attention. So while he's sitting there doing all of that, this is one time that it backfired on him. Okay, it backfired on him. He wanted everybody's attention. Well, Bussy Reek, you got it. Okay. You absolutely got it. All right. So anyway, he could sit down somewhere. Hold on. So you saying it's the hidden griftery museum? Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's nothing hidden in there. The only thing hidden is the hidden history. The only thing that's hidden in that museum is the hidden history, because I don't see it. Nobody else seen it and all of that. Malika said, yeah, it backfired loudly. Yes, it did. Tia says it's literally the hidden history lounge, bar, and grill and bakery. LOL. Yes. Okay. And gathering place for those who don't look like us. All right. Now I want y'all to pay attention. Hold on. Let me just go back to my video from yesterday and show a few clips from that. Hold on. Everyone, please like and share, subscribe or unsubscribe, because y'all know I don't care if you're mad. Okay. So, because that's all you're going to do is be mad. You're not going to do nothing, honey. Pay attention. Okay, so let's listen to some of what I said yesterday about Bussy Reek. Because he dresses different and has a different hairstyle. Okay? I got my locks in 2015. If you saw pictures of me before that, would you say, oh, she got locks now, she being fake? That's so stupid. It's nonsensical. It doesn't make sense. And especially doesn't make sense coming from someone like Bussy Reek. It especially doesn't make sense coming from someone like him, who has switched up so much. But hold on. Let me see if I can find this video of Dane Calloway. I think this is it right here. Hold on. Let me cue this video, beloveds. Everyone get those likes up. Please like and share.
Home country. You think America is yours. You are nothing, young man. Anyways, I'm going to let our...
You were sitting up there with Jesse Lee Peterson, a whole raccoon, agreeing with him. He said, I agree with that 100%. What kind of pro-black person likes a raccoon? Let me play that part
falling
again.
Into that. So somebody had to be smart and somebody had to be dumb. Yep. And it seems to me that the people of color are the dumb one, because, as you said, it's the white people who are making this happen, right?
I agree 100%.
And why not overcome being dumb rather than trying to stop the smart man from doing what he does?
All non-white people are too dumb to get smart.
Really?
Yeah.
And so those same people that he calls dumb are the same people supporting and funding his dreams and aspirations.
At the same time. That's what I like to do. But here's the thing. Jason Black parrots everything that Bussy Reek says. He vouches for him. Oh, now I just want you all to pay attention. I just want you all to pay attention because Bussy Reek is the same person, and his minions don't question that. He's the same person who said that that black people, basically, non-white people, are just too dumb to get smart. That's what he said. He also said he'd put up the European flag in the bedroom, that he'd F the shite out of Brooke Hogan. He said that black women shouldn't get reparations because their sons are out there running amok, basically, and so many words. Okay, that's what he said. But he has the nerve to talk about someone else and question their motives. And his minions have the nerve to question Justin Pearson's motives, but not Bussy Reeks, when he's the one who took them for $1.8 million, not Justin Pearson. Okay. If you all are not actively investigating, questioning, having concerns about the people you donate your money to when they claim they're going to do it for things to positively affect change in the black community, but instead all they use it for is to fill and line their own pockets. If you're not questioning that, then you need to sit down somewhere. Okay. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. Okay. If you are not concerned about these grifters and you actually get mad at people like me, Taharka, and Michi who expose them, if you're not concerned and you don't care about that and what they're doing, how dare you say anything about anyone else who we can clearly see is out there doing the work? And they may not be doing the work the way you think they should do it. But here's what I have to say to that. If you don't like what they're doing, if you don't like the agenda or the narrative that they have, then why don't you get yourself out there and do something? Because most of y'all talking slick are not doing a darn thing. Most of you who ask me to Harker and meet you what we're doing aren't doing anything yourself. So the next time before you ask us what we're doing, beloved ads, why don't you tell us what you're doing first? Okay, do that. Tell me what you're doing first, and then I'll tell you what I'm doing, because I don't owe you any explanation, neither does Michi or Taharka. But if I give you one, I want you to give me yours first, since you have so many questions about the Queen, and you don't have any questions for Bussy Reek. And you don't have any questions or smoke for Bussy Reek. Okay, y'all can sit down somewhere. That's what you can do. And I hope you're mad. Stay mad. Put on your capes and be super mad, okay? So all I'm saying, put on Michael Jackson's album and be really mad, okay? Bad. Are you bad? Yeah, okay. Stay mad. Pay attention. Okay, so anyway, with that all being said, let me show this last video, honey, with this nefarious ex-coach who was smiling all up in black folks' face and then talking slick about them behind their backs. Honey, talk about hanging black people from trees. I just want you all to pay attention. This is what some people do. And here's the thing. Let me say this too before I get off Bussy Reek. So another thing that I like that they said is that Bussy Reek they've never heard him call out white politicians. Well, I've never heard him call out white politicians either. I hear him saying a whole lot, him and Wig. They always got something to say about black folks, especially the ones they think are raccoons, and that's all fine. But as well as you call out the raccoons, how come y'all not really going hard in the paint on wanton supremacy? That's what you're not doing. Oh, that's right. Bussy Reek can't really go in hard on wanton supremacy because he has wanton supremacy handlers, allegedly. But he does, for a fact, and this ain't allegedly, have wanton supremacy as his in-laws. I'll say what now? He has wanton supremacy as his security, as his valet, serving food. Okay? Yeah. Because some of these Caucasian-looking Latinos are wanton supremacists too. Okay? Pay attention. Like the guy that was the leader of the Proud Boys. Okay? Yeah. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Enrique, whatever his name is. Tadios. Yeah. Right? So with that all being said, he needs to sit down somewhere, and so do his foolish, nonsensical, irrational, non-thinking for themselves minions. All right? Now, whether or not Justin is authentic or whatever, we'll see that eventually. But until you see otherwise than what he's showing you, then just sit there and wait, okay? Especially those of you who haven't said anything about Bussy Reek and all his grifting, okay? Especially those of you who are Wig apologists and haven't said anything about her grifting. and who got mad at me for exposing her grifting. Y'all need to sit down somewhere. Nobody cares what people like you think, because people like you are brainwashed. Okay, you've drank the Kool-Aid. So the rest of us with common sense and critical thinking skills really don't care what you have to say. And that's just what it is. Okay, now with that all being said, as I told you all, there's numerous of people, let me show these pictures again, who changed up their persona, who changed over time. It's called evolution, evolving, and I'm one of them. All right. So am I fake because I changed up? Now I have locks. Back then I was wearing fishnet and thigh-high boots, all up in the club, getting my groove on, jamming. All right, sit down somewhere, Bussy Rook. Sit down somewhere. Okay, that's all I'm saying. The end of the day. So anyway, Dorada said the queen said what she said. Yes, she did, beloved. Thank you. Okay, now let's listen to this video of this fool, honey, this thug. All right, and here we go.
On the street, every restaurant looking in here is black, every car beside them is black. They can have Atlanta. It used to be a fun place to come to up here. They can have this place right here and stuff. There ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ro, look at, I'm trying to pull out in front of me right here. Hey, did you see that tree right there? Yeah. Did you see that tree right there? Ro will hang you from that tree. Yeah. Ro. Yeah. So got the Glock by the bed. Let me go. Room service. Some chicken wings, 2 hoes. A red bone and a white girl. Y'all want the white girl? Ro gonna try the red bone. No, boyfriend ain't coming. Yeah, he was here and everything. He make them leave. He make the red bone leave. Yeah, he don't do that and everything. So I tried that one time at the house. Yeah, just Ro. Yeah, okay. He probably do it, and he probably gonna throw out we on the 14th floor. He probably throw her out the window when he done with her. Yeah.
Now you all see this idiot. You all see this idiot. He needs to sit down somewhere. Okay? Hold on. Because I have his information. Hold on. I want to show his information. I want to show his information real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up Eric Stone's video. Because this fool, like I said, he's an ex-coach. But he had so much to say. He had so much to say about black folk. And now when I bleeped out what he was saying, he was, of course, using the N-word. Okay? And he's talking about too many black people in Atlanta. Well, that's always been the case in Atlanta. We don't need him in Atlanta, honey, please. Okay? If you don't like it that it's a whole bunch of black folk here, then why are you concerned? Why are you even here? Honey, don't show up, don't come. Okay? That's what you don't have to do. So anyway, he is so ridiculous. Hold on, I'm downloading this video to my emails so that I can show it on my screen so you all can see this fool, honey. Okay. Hold on just a second. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Subscribe to the channel or unsubscribe if you're mad. Y'all know I don't care, honey. If y'all mad about Bussy Rick, please miss me with it. Okay, please miss me with it. Because at the end of the day, all Bussy Rick was doing was basically deflecting. That's all he was doing, and projecting. Now, he doesn't want anybody going in on him and what he does, but he has so much to say about other people. Hold on. I'm still looking for this video. Hold on, because we got to get the receipts on this fool. So So we can make some phone calls because they exposed his phone number and all of that. Let me see here. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. I may have to put. I tell you what. I'm gonna put on a video while I'm looking for this, so y'all are not just sitting here bored looking at me, honey. Hold on. Let me put on a video real quick. Let me put on the video real quick. Here we go. I got something for y'all. Likes up, like and share, beloveds. Thank you in advance.
Marcus on the beat.
Sometimes a nigga don't feel right. Pain on my brain, will I let go? God, can you help me cause I feel blind? Things getting harder on this side. And you wonder why a nigga get high. Cause marijuana help a nigga get by. Catch me with this spliff like Marley in this bitch. Heart being this shit, so I hardly take offense when niggas hate. Focusing on my plate, these niggas knocking your dreams. It seems I can't relate. Damn near 10 years and still doing my thing. Something about the struggle just make a nigga go ape. But if you ask me, every nigga's an athlete, or they sitting in backseats writing lyrics to make a way. I'm not a stereotype, I'm just a stereotype. And my influences been doing this since I was like about the height of a fire hydrant. Now I write till I'm the height. Hit a nigga throne and start a heist. Never drop the mic. You could rob a dyke or ride a bike. I don't give a fuck what you niggas do. I got shit to do, nigga move. I got shit to prove till I'm taking your bitch on a cruise. And my like on 22, nigga. Sometimes a nigga don't feel right. Pain on my brain, will I let go? God, can you help me cause I feel blind? Things getting harder on this side. And you wonder why a nigga get high. Cause marijuana help a nigga get by. Sometimes a nigga don't feel right. Pain on my brain, will I let go? God, can you help me cause I feel blind? Things getting harder on this side. And you wonder why a nigga get high. Cause marijuana help a nigga get by. Okay, challenge. Leave your phone unlocked and let me go throughout your notes and see if you niggas got talent. I'm caught between depression and determination at its most highest peak. That's why a nigga gotta find a balance. I find belief in higher power over my advantage. Cause I done seen demons do damage and preachers can't stand it. When a nigga got a new perspective. And if I fuck a big booty bitch, won't make it to heaven. You telling me the sin that I'm doing gon' block my blessings. If I was popping pills just to cope with my new depression, then I'ma go to hell, it's already on earth. Niggas escaping, they hurt. Fuck having faith in the afterlife, that ain't even for sure. I mix Henny with coke and Sprite, then my demons occur. I'm just human, you living right, we gon' see if it works. But if it's fake, then ain't no coming back, you in a hearse. I'd rather take my fucking chances, just living the curse. My nigga. Sometimes a nigga don't feel right. Pain on my brain, will I let go? God, can you help me cause I feel blind? Things getting harder on this side. And you wonder why a nigga get high. Cause marijuana help a nigga get by. Sometimes a nigga don't feel right. Pain on my brain, will I let go? God, can you help me cause I feel blind? Things getting harder on this side. And you wonder why a nigga get high. Cause marijuana help a nigga get by.
Right there, roll will hang you from that tree.
Okay, so you love Georgia, but you hate Atlanta because there's too many black people. How do you think that makes your mixed grandchild feel? That you literally use as a bookmark in a picture for your Bible.
This is the dog right here now. Yeah, it's the dog. Yeah, he took the monkey off her back. We couldn't rid it for that thing. And he got 2 of them. And everything. Great job, man.
Now, when you say monkey, what do you mean?
That big old dude come right here. Huh? Look at How you doing? What you doing, big dog? Look at this big old self. He gets bigger and bigger every time I see it. I know you don't remember. Look at that big. Good.
And of course, you love to post Bible quotes. Let's see what it says. It says, the Lord plans to prosper you and not harm you. But what were you saying about that tree?
See that tree right there? Roll with a hand.
And here's another one. We are living in times where we're reaping what we sow. It's coming faster than ever. Be mindful of how you treat people. So when you were talking about hanging black people on trees or calling them the N-word, how do you think that was treating black people? Because I think you're about to reap what you sow. And I'm sure your organization wouldn't like you speaking of your players like that. But of course you have black friends, or are they just one of the good ones? The classic, I'm not racist because I have black friends and black people in your family, so you can't be racist.
What you doing, big dog? Look at this big old self.
But I'm just a good old Southern gentleman who will smile on your face and then be racist behind your fucking back. Because you never want to be in a room full of white people the moment the black person leaves.
Gonna be a great day today. Good day for Speed Edge Sports, and super proud of my guys that have put the work in over the years that I've had them. Had some of them since they were 8th graders, and today's their big day. Today's the day what we work for, signing day. So I'm riding.
Signing day. The day you trying to sell people that you've been training for so long. Since they were 8 years old.
Hey, time. Come on, big Corey. 6'4", 365.
So it was never crazy for Colin Kaepernick to compare the slave trade to the NFL tactics, or even, in your case, college. Especially how you see them with 220 kids. You know, with the tree and all. And of course you love Ron DeSantis because, of course, he's removing black history. So while you train these players to get signed, so you can make all your money to eat Mexican food in your big house and work on the sideline, maybe you should let them know how you really feel. Because this is what racism looks like. My name is Eric Stone. Doses.
Okay, so he needs to sit down somewhere. That's what he needs to do. Okay, he needs to sit down somewhere at the end of the day. And so, like I said, people like him, they'll smile in the face of people who look like us, knowing good and darn well what they really think about you behind closed doors. I find it all very interesting. But here's his phone number. For those of you who missed it, 478-302-7018. Okay. He needs to sit down somewhere. Anyway, with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share, subscribe to the channels if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Until next time, beloveds, I will talk to you all again soon. Peace. Soul all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got